up that from him. So which is I picked up that from him. So which is that's until the age of I finished my school. I was 19 and I had to go to do the national service. Obviously I cut a long part. I'll go back to a couple of other episodes, but then I decided I don't really want to go to national service now. I want to have a little break. So I came to England for a few months and then I went back. I just worked in kitchen and restaurant and blah blah blah, but then I went back. I sent a letter to the Ministry of Defence, can I please be called up, because you need to wait until they call you, and it can take up to a year, but within then you can't find a job unless you ask. Then he called me immediately. So I went back in September. I had a few months here. I went back in September, and in December I was in the army for a year. One of the best years of my life.
Really?
Yeah, one of the best years of my life. I mean, I used all my charm. I actually did sort of I was actually. It sounds quite funny and quite big-headed, but I think I did anything I wanted to do. I could do. You know, I think I spent one weekend inside the barrack. Every night I was going on, because I did the first part in the training part in Liguria, which was fine, on the seaside near Portofino. So it wasn't the best spot.
Nice.
That wasn't the best spot to me.
Right.
Then eventually they moved me to Milan.
Right.
Which is I lived in Milan. Reason why they moved me in Milan, I was never embarrassed to say. My dad had a very high-ranking political friend, and he said, "Can you keep my son near home?" And all he was like, he ran the Ministry of Defence. This guy, when he finished his training, he went to jail eventually. This man. I don't know if you had the scandal of the early 90s in Italy, when a lot of politicians.
I was going to say, there's been quite a few Italian political scandals.
Yes, I know, but it was the years of, I don't know if you remember, it was before pre-Berlusconi. Years. 1992 and all of that. They'll find all these backhanders got given by politicians to secure, and he was one of them. But my father always said that I know him since primary school, because although he was from Milan, so he's always been a good friend. He went in politics. To be fair, a lot of people paid for a system that was there. You know,
it's the way things were. You can't really judge, can you?
No. You are in the system. You either adhere to that, so nothing would move. So I'm not saying it was right, but then again, it didn't do any bad. You know, to be fair, if you see where we live, it's one of the most beautiful place and affluent area of Milan. So, you know, he did the work for his local community. But anyway, so he let me stay at home.
No, you don't need to excuse it.
No. But what I'm saying, I was never embarrassed, because a lot of people, they forgot what he did, because his man found jobs for people, and then as soon as he got arrested, everybody pointing fingers. I'll never like that, to be honest with you.
I don't.
You know, at the end of the day, for me, it was a family friend, which is, he made a phone call for me to be in a barrack in Milan, which is...
Nothing is ever black and white. There is always shades of grey.
Yeah, 50 normally.
Exactly. Well, there's that too. But you know, it's easy to throw stones.
No, I don't like that, because you need to be in that situation before. But anyway, it's... so I was in Milan, but within the barrack, then I managed to kind of sweeten everybody up. Even like the general, I was actually doing anything I wanted to do, I could do. And
sounds like a fantastic year.
I met my best mate at my wedding in the army. We're still friends. Said ciao. And the peculiar things, he arrived a month after me, and although I got southern background, I'm from Milan. The whole year we were with people from Naples. People from Naples are very colourful, and there's a lot of people they like to steal. So you have to keep your eyes open. But I never had any issue. So this guy arrived from Monza. It was like 50 minutes away from my house, and I was on my bed reading my book, and then he looked at me, "Have you got a padlock?" I forgot my padlock. And normally a lot of people ask you that so you can open your locker, so to see what you got inside, and then once you've gone, they break in. I said, "No, I don't." I had 5. I said, "No, I don't." And you could tell he was really stressed, and it fell out of place. And then I said, "But is it for you?" I said, "Yeah." Then I could tell from his accent he's not from Naples. I said, "Okay, I'll give you one."
You're all right.
I know it sounds racist, but it's the way. So I started to talk to him, and then weird question he asked me. He said, "Have you still got your father? Is your father still alive?" Literally, we just met like 5 minutes later. He said, "Yeah, likely, yes." Why you ask? "Oh, my dad just died." He said he went for a run and he took his mum away for a weekend in Lecco. And he went for a jog in the morning before she woke up, and they never came back.
Oh, God, it's awful.
And I said, "Oh, wow." And then I said, "Okay, well, you don't know what to say in this situation.
No,
I'm the worst person in things." And he started telling me about a story about his dad, and then I don't know why we talk about birthday, and he was born the same day I was born.
Oh, wow.
Oh, what a coincidence,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's ever a coincidence to exist, but it was. So we stayed friends ever since. Obviously, he was a very troubled kid mentally, because he suffered. He always felt second and not good. He had some drug issue. He's an actor.
Okay.
So he fell into cocaine addiction for 2 years. I've helped him coming out. He's fine now. He's got a lovely girlfriend. He lives in Rome and happier than ever. And it's nearly destroyed. So, but with his mum, it's like a second mum to me. So we put him into this rehab centre in Tuscany. It was really good. Really good. Really good. The outcome, not the suffering that's caused to it. But it wasn't a drug user, like a recreational drug user or social, because he used to lock himself in a room, just not even go out and just take drugs by himself.
Mental issues, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it's not like, I'm party every night and I'm a rock star. No, actually the opposite. He was making even more reclusive than what he was.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the army was really excellent experience, which I'm so happy I've done it with fun, do the boy stuff.
Very different experience from many people.
Things like that.
Yeah.
And then I came back, started to work with someone in the real estate. Didn't like it because there's too much corruption going on. I mean, I witnessed things going through banks when you used to sell houses and things like that. I mean, there were people with no jobs getting mortgages, used to provide fake pay slips and stuff like that. And they used to get the mortgage for the house, knowing for a fact they're never going to repay their mortgage anyway. But that was their problem, because the bank used to repossess their house. But in the mortgage, they used to include the backenders' money. Just imagine, just that's when in the bank, because in Italy you need a public notary when you transfer the deeds of a property. It's quite an official thing. You got the public notary there, the bank manager, the poor young couple who buy the house, and us, the real estate people, sitting there. So I'm sitting there, passing all this paperwork to this, and then, so the bank manager, sign this, and the people didn't understand what it was signing, and literally physically they went and collect the money because they can withdraw the money from the bank, and they were the lira there, and it was like, all right, 10 million lira to you. It was like $3,000. It's not so much the amount, but then go back.
Yeah, exactly.
Get a house repossessed you back, and
it's just madness.
I know. And I'm thinking, I can't work here. I can't work here. So I said, I studied in 1999, 7th of February. I said to my parents, I'm going to go back to England, Dublin. And everybody said, "Well, we got," my dad just said, "We got a lot of friends. You can work anywhere." And blah blah. You go,
What's the attraction of England?
I wanted to learn English because I was getting books, and there's a lot. Especially, I used to love history and architecture. There's a lot of books that were written in English for some reason, and I was always fascinated by architectural digestives. But it was, you could buy it in Italian newspaper, but it was written in English. You could never understand.
Yeah, it's great.
Because I couldn't speak a word. I said, "I'm going to go to England." So I drove my car from Milan to Sellington, funny, Kensington actually. That's the first room I found. I was lodging there for February until July, and then I moved to Sellington near the station in a lovely house, which again, with all the people I lodged for, we're still friends. They came to my wedding.
Amazing.
Yes, one of them, he was a journalist as well. He's retired now. Ben Newt, he was the editor of the Racing Post.
Ah, wonderful.
Yeah, and Fiona, she was a school teacher, primary school teacher. The kids, again, we spent even Christmas, not Christmas Day, but we always have our Christmas kind of dinner and inspiring old wine together.
Well, it's nice though, isn't it?
Very nice, yeah. I'm very good at keeping contact with people. I always that's one thing I always done for my life. I always get in contact with a lot of people.
That's nice.
It's, I don't know, it's instinct.
Yeah, I like to do that. It's important, isn't it?
It's like, for example, I was a best man at a wedding in Canada. This boy, I've met him because my mum and his mum went to school together from the same village in Calabria. That's the region of South Italy where we're from. And we stay friends even now. I mean, and I remember one day he just asked me to go to Canada to be on his, they call it wedding party, and so I did. I went alone. Unfortunately, in 2012, my young kids, no money, a very stressed up wife. We had very trouble birth, both of our kids. My daughter, she was born, she was only £1. Yes.
Gosh.
She's
was she
a miracle
premature?
baby. Yes. My son was £3, I think he was.
Goodness me.
No, so, but then me being the extremist, I've had a lot of trouble. I started my company in 2009, really struggling with money, really trying to take it off the ground. There was not it was the biggest recession ever, I think, to date.
Yeah, it was just after the banking crisis.
Yes, I took a couple of partners thinking that with development they were kind of well established. If anything, they were worse than me, a business back then, so they actually stitched me up. But what I did, I didn't want to close the company down. I said, I want both of you out. There was some debts, and then I said, I wrote to everybody we owe money to, and I said, well, I'm going to honor all your debts, give me 6 months. But then, it probably, maybe just in that period was May, I said, I'm going to Canada for a wedding, and Mom said, you're stupid, we haven't got, we haven't got the money to pay the mortgage this month, we're going to Canada. I said, no, I need to reset. It was cause of major drama between us, and my wife, I will talk about my wife later anyway, because she's a very emotional person. I went over there, and then I started to write on some notes on a piece of paper, and I said, no, I got clear, I know what I do. That's when I went back and I kicked everybody out. And
so you did reset, you did exactly what you said you were going to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes you just need the distance.
I needed that. Obviously, it was tough because I remember as it was yesterday going to apply for a credit card to pay for my Canadian trip. Yeah, I didn't have the money to pay.
No,
honestly, but I said I need to get away, and I didn't want to tell. Maybe even embarrassment to my friend. I said, I can't afford to come and be your best man.
Yeah, love to, but yeah.
And again, this goes back to never share even my issues and my problems, because if I told him that, they would say, it wouldn't be a problem for him. He would understand. It's really
anyone would, but it's almost impossible to say, isn't it?
But then he would just share it with his mum. For a start, he would pay for me to go there anyway. I know what it's like. But then his mum, they're very good close friend, and then to tell him that, then my mum would have found out that I was in trouble.
It's even that complicated, though, is it? It's just what's inside you.
No, but I think it's better. But I think that's what I will be relaxed. I say that I never want people to know I'm suffering. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing.
There's many schools of thoughts on that.
I really don't know. Because sometimes people cannot read me. And I could be maybe got a mountain over my head that you never know.
It's useful in some ways, but in other ways it's quite damaging.
Useful in work, because you need to enter a meeting, because those people sitting around the table, they've got nothing to do with your issue. So you need to try to focus. Sometimes it's hard, but it's that's what it is. But anyway,
so step back to arriving in England. You've gone to Sevenoaks.
I went to Sevenoaks. I worked in a restaurant in Seal, I remember, in the corner, which is now a kebab shop, but it used to be called Grumbles. I worked there. Then I used to work in that was Monday to Saturday, really, with half a day off. And
cooking or waiting?
Cooking in the kitchen.
Okay.
Then on a Sunday, because again I went to pick up English, I went to work in this pub in 7 Mile Lane in Ruton, or Merriworth, I think it is.
Okay, yeah, I know that. Yeah.
I think it's still at the beach inn.
I don't know, but I know Ruton.
It's 7 Mile Lane. I think there's only one pub.
Yes, I know 7 Mile Lane.
You remember when the road collapsed?
Yeah.
Opposite that.
That's on the corner, isn't it? It's got like a weird thing outside. Yes, I know exactly
and I think they got donkeys and animals.
Yeah, I passed it on the way to the M25.
Precisely. Yes.
Yeah.
The old owner is no longer there. He sold it to someone else. He wasn't good. I tried, but I used to go there and pull in pints and help him and. Everybody was English around there. There weren't as many Italians as there are these days in England, and they helped me. I always suffered with. I was never a good sleeper.